Or will Homeboys start their revenge? Because this is game 1 of the lower bracket finals, best of 5 series, Homeboys versus RSG.
It's going to be quite a doozy because Venogo Carmilla Jungle, I think it's the very first time we see him on that hero, contrary to whatever he has played up to this point. So RSG bringing in some minor but drastic change as well, especially to the jungle.
We saw this Carmilla pick by Zorn actually twice earlier today, specifically to counter the chip strategy, and that Curse of Blood worked very well to make sure that they weren't able to do anything once they engaged onto them. But if you add that with the Minwen Fury, RSG is terrifying.
Oh my god, this is what I'm talking about, right? Early aggression. Zorn comes in out of nowhere, you don't know where he's coming from, immediately forces massive battles as well as HP. And RSG, just like that, they've pretty much lost mid-control, and I don't know how Izanami is going to be able to make a comeback like this, but again, with this Carmilla jungle, it feels like Zorn is just not afraid of this.
I see that the priority has shifted for RSG. I personally thought that Stone would help Izanami a lot more so that Uzi just doesn't stand in the lane alone without having to worry about the Luo Yi. But you see Izanami, he's walking up top at level 2.
Izanami honestly does not need help. Luo Yi wins lane most of the time. Oh, in the mid lane though.
Oh my goodness, Storm, he might be in trouble here. He's dead. Braces Wrap comes in. First blood in the hands of Homeboys. No chance for RSG. Left alone. What a mistake coming in. And this time, they're preemptively setting out for the X key lane. And they're trying to make a attempt here. Zorn not having the shortcut yet, but they are still going to try and take a couple of chip damage here before heading in towards the turtle pit. Somewhat half HP, but Repo in a very, very awkward spot now. He needs his Daytona Smoker before this first turtle fight, and Homeboys is just making sure he doesn't get it easily.
Yeah, it would be the best case scenario if Stone can hit 4, but with that early death, it's going to take a while more. I think RSG can afford to wait this out.
Oh, it's going to be a stalemate here. They're about to hit those 4s here. Stone very close to the XP here. Chibi, they're looking for the crash. Here he comes. Gobble up coming in from Repo. They're pinning Chibi. He's going to be the first to fall, and now Turtle in the hands of RSG as they continue with the push. Homeboys has to back off a little bit more, but RSG seems like they've gotten their objectives in check this time.
Yeah, the problem is Zorn plays a lot more confidently when he is on that chip, but because of that confidence, he spent... Oh, hold on.
Oh my goodness, nope. This confidence, but no go. He's going to try and buy time, but it's not good enough here. The rest of the team is not there to provide backup. Izanami wasn't able to teleport into this fight, but again, RSG, they're not letting them off the hook. They are going to defend the tower. The objectives here, Storm was able to hold on and survive and get out.
I mean, Homeboy just playing off of vision. They saw RSG win the initial fight. They all rotate to the bot side, instantly calls for a gank on the Carmilla, who just got the turtle, just completely nullifying whatever lead that RSG would have potentially gotten.
Yeah, initially I was gonna say because Zorn was roaming around and not getting EXP from the mid lane like normal, he didn't hit level 4, so they ended up losing that turtle fight. But because of that, Zorn is able to invade the jungle, punish Venogo, and they basically even it out and secure a net worth lead for the Homeboys. It's very important here that RSG are the ones that have a net worth lead, because if they don't, once that late game comes about, it's going to be very difficult for them to deal with nets.
Oh no, again, Izanami getting focus fired. They are going to try and send him back to the base once again. If he divergence out, means there's not going to be an element of surprise. Homeboys, they are going to take advantage of this to try and find a timing to push Izanami out. And look at this, divergent, he's coming out, but it's not going to be a surprise. He's going to be able to regroup, but Homeboy says that, okay, for the next 30 seconds, we're not going to be seeing Storm and Izanami making the drop on Nets for now. It seems like Nets, he has a good idea. He's instantly recalling out of here.
Izanami needs to deal with the mid wave just in time for the turtle. And again, this teamfight composition flourishes when you are fighting in tight spaces. And they gotta keep this in mind that Venogo is a level behind Chibi, so this retry fight is already gonna be hard by default.
Yeah, previously, they had the advantage because Zorn hadn't hit level 4 just yet. That's why RSG stepped on the pedal and went for it. But now Homeboys have the net worth lead, which is going to make this turtle contest a lot more even.
Oh no, from behind Zorn, he's going to try and focus on Izanami. He's going to be the first to fall. Luo Yi is down, and now Minon's Rage comes in. It is looking to be good here, but it's not good enough. They need more damage here. Loleo, wait, he's got damage. He almost mowed down Zorn, but seeing the Eternal God and Udyr coming in, he has to back off. He's just too much here, but Loleo's, he's trying again. Wait, what? He actually finds the kill! He gets the reset! And now he's gonna try and find a little bit more. Turtle, secured by Chibi, but Does he want to continue? Seems like he is running out of steam here. Stove trying to bait Chibi out once more. Does he take the bait? Praises Wrath! Oh! Almost catching Storm, but Zord! No! Zord, the conceal blaze, is gonna get the kill under the turret! Cheeky little chips!
Man, I suppose the silver lining is Loliao getting a shutdown on the 3-0 Udio. That is something added to the Rogers bank, but everyone else from RGNY is just having a absolute horrible time.
Oh, Zorn, he's baiting. No, wait, Loliao's, he used it like a bounce. They missed the taunt by Chibi, so that is gonna be a little bit of consolation prize with the tier 1 down bottom. Secured by net. 75 seconds left for next turtle, but RSGMY, they're losing such a huge lead right now.
I like that Homeboys are not shying away for going for the full team fight. When you see RSG with Loyi, Carmilla, Minotaur, a lot of teams would kind of shy back, play a bit more passive. But Homeboys realize if they're able to take members of this lineup out before the fight starts, they can then maneuver around the remaining cooldowns. And that's the approach that they are taking with this game so far. And by using the chip, they are still out-tempoing the side of RSGMY. Because their comp relies quite heavily on them playing together, Homeboys are able to farm individually and build up that goal difference.
The jungle is compromised, and that is the best scenario for Chip to thrive in.
Oh no, they found him as well, but Nogo tried to make a jump first, and Udio was able to stop him with the Eternal God. However, that's going to be one ultimate down here, but Zorn, he hasn't been scouted out yet. Oh no, he knows. Oh no, his dead shortcut comes in. Loliao's, he needs to get out. Can they save him? He's going for the side step, but Terrify comes in. He's done. But at the same time, Storm is going to be catching the rest of Homeboys. Udio will fall. Homeboys is up to Chibi, and the Praises Draft drops them low. He gets one kill. Zord 3-man stunned with his first kill, immediately scaring all of RSGMY. Homeboys gets the surprise drop on RSGMY.
Yeah, patience paid off. What did I just say, right? If your jungle is compromised, Chip is going to have a great time. And everyone from RSGMY stood in line for Net's entropy to just ricochet all of them.
Wait, wow. Bottom lane, what happened? No, they got the drop. Something happened. They've got Nets out of nowhere. RGMY, they caught off with the divergent here. Repo, he needs to survive. Can he get out? This barrage is tanky, but he's linked up by the CC, and now Chibi gets the drop in Izanami, the finisher. Supat is trying to finish. He cannot. Denied by Loliao's. The Wolf saves the day.
I have no idea what just happened. We don't know how Nets got caught out there, but that is a big swing for RSGMY. Being able to get multiple kills onto Lolial as well is going to allow them to get a little bit of a foothold that RSG desperately needs going into that mid-game.
Zord, he dropped the shortcut. He's trying to buy time, but Nogo's getting pinned here. You got a 3-man stun once again. Chibi gets the 2-man taunt. Goes for the Praises round. He loses his life, but Nets from the sides blows Izanami up. And now to finish things off, Supat cleaning house. He gets one, but Loliao's is able to trade him off as well. RSGMY, they are getting so much surprises here, and they're just losing members left, right, front, and center. However, now, for the Lord fight here, it is going to be a 3v3. Everyone is still alive. However, it comes down towards a battle of wits here. Loliao seems to be, doesn't really want to commit to this fight yet.
I gotta say, the past two team fights, despite feeling like Homeboys won it by, by 1 or 2 kills, the network hasn't really grown for Homeboys, right? We're seeing glimpses of what happened yesterday, where they kind of overstepped, they overheated, and RGMY was able to trade back. Loliao is 4-1-1, so all things considered, RGMY, they still got some insurance policy.
Yeah, this Roger is going to be quite scary going further into the game because he is finding stragglers. Homeboys, their members are honestly diving a little bit too deep sometimes just to get finish off kills. And that's allowing Lolial to pick off members like Supat, who has quite a network lead, so he's worth a lot.
Izanami gets the first drop, and this again, Izanami going to be the first one out of the equation here. Vinogo tries to retreat, he gets caught out, he's dropped down pretty low. Supat is looking for the finish. Minot Rage whiffing completely here, but Zord at the side, he brings in shortcut, he brings in nets, he does a lot of damage, but he's also taken some himself. RSGMY has split the fight, but eventually they get gobbled out by Homeboys, only losing nets. A 4-for-1 trade for Homeboys.
I mean, that fight was over the moment Storm used that Minoan Fury just to save Vinogo, who was almost sure to die. I felt like RSGMY, they needed to cut the cost, just sacrifice Vinogo, leave the Lord to Homeboys, and defend the base, but they decided to do the opposite, take the fight, and they ended up losing more.
The problem with RSGMY's draft is that they put all eggs in one basket. This is all about counter-engage. It's all about 5v5 team fighting. So they need to win these 5v5 team fights. Every single time the portal comes out, they gotta fight together. And that kind of thinking is locking RSG MY in. It's making it difficult for them to decide whether or not to engage or prolong these team fights, and Homeboys is taking advantage of those lapses in judgment.
Oh, Chibi stealing away the orange buff away from Vinogo. Once again, Vinogo not having a good time this objective. Even the purple buff gets stolen as well. Seems like the dream play for RSGMY has got to be the perfect wombo combo. In this case, I don't think we've seen a single Cursed Blood coming in from him.
It's going to be a bit tough. I mean, with the Lord coming out, Homeboys are looking to at least get one inhibitor. RSGMY has some decent wave clear, but Lo Liao is losing base.
Lo he's taking so much damage here. Here comes the Minon Rage. He can next on Chibi to try and stall them off. RSGMY, they're trying their best to clear off the Lord, but Sampan, he's poking them apart. Storm and his Nami, can they get out? Yes, they will, but Reaper almost losing his life as well. Sampan, extremely annoying in these situations here. Lord still somehow survives. Lo Liao, he gives chase, but he's taking too much damage. Zord re-engaged with the flicker. Lo Liao, can he get out? Yes, they can. The saves from Repo, the saves from Storm to keep him out of harm's way. They somehow hold on. Homeboys, they're dropping too low. They need to re-engage. They need to find a pick, but they cannot do so. Homeboys just so slippery in all these fights.
I gotta give shout out to Lolil, man. He is surviving some impossible situations. Basically, the only win condition remaining for RSG MY. He's got that great Dragon Spear build, so it would allow him a little bit more maneuverability during these fights. But we can tell the difference in Homeboys' gameplay when they have Zorn on a hero like the Chip. The way they rotate around the map, the way they force out resources from RSG. Honestly, I think RSG is starting to make some mistakes. They're not supposed to be using these cooldowns to force engagements. They need to be more patient.
But no goal. Cursed Blood, he might be able to set it. Is he gonna go for it? They're all three down. Three-man catch. Here comes the stun. They're all connected, but the Daytona's welcome saves one. In one fell swoop, they got the wombo combo. But he's still alive. He got a free entropy. He was able to chip everyone apart. Two down. Vinogo needs to run, and he might die to this. Sampan, he's getting mowed by the turret. The turret kills him. Vinogo survives. RSGMY is up to his Nami. No, he gets picked apart. 3v2. RSGMY had what seems to be one of the greatest openings, but just somehow couldn't wipe Homeboys at all.
Man, the best case scenario for RSGMY still ended in the loss. Really extrapolates how far Homeboys are ahead. They ended up getting the second inhibitor down mid because it was down so low. Next Lord coming out in 15 seconds. RSGMY, they got one last shot at this.
I mentioned during the draft, if RSG doesn't have an early game lead with this composition, their late game scaling is so behind that of the Homeboys. And 13 minutes in, Homeboys already have a 6k net worth lead. The game is pretty much theirs, 100%, unless they make a big mistake. Lolil needs to catch nets. If he cannot do that and survive, there is no win condition for RSG MY.
Oh, imagine if Nets was caught in that fight as well. That would have been a perfect game for RSGMI, but Nets again getting free hits after free hits, but this time Zorn, is this what I think it is? He's trying to go for the GG push, but the diversion comes in. Oh, no, Zorn, you're not getting out there. They told us welcome. Chain stun all the way through. He's got immortality. Can he pop the shortcut in time? No, he doesn't pop it. He'll sacrifice his life because Homeboys will secure the Lord, but seems like they're buying a little bit of time here. Vinogo goes for the Cursed Blood. He's getting melted pretty quickly. Here's Sampan doing a lot of damage. 3-man stun. Minon's Rage from Storm is getting melted as well. The rest of RSG not in time to re-engage. So Leos is going for the hunt, but he's getting kited here. Chibi with the stun and double kill for Nets. And now maybe a triple. Chibi is unstoppable right now. RSGMY, they've made the blunder. They made the mistake and they get punished for it. And now Homeboys, they're going to be crashing on towards the base here. It's up to Lolios. He goes for the outplay here. Purify out of there. He's trying to bait Homeboys, but guess what? They're not taking it. 2-man Cursed Blood. Purify out of there for Nets. They are going to focus on Crystal. Vinogo next to fall. Storm is there. It's over. It's done. It's too much. Roger, nowhere to be found. Homeboys focusing on the Crystal. They take Game 1, they take their revenge against RSGMY. The first step right now.
Hold your horses, not a revenge just yet, but definitely a first step to that conclusion. I gotta say, conditions not met for RSGMY at the start of the game. The first 5 minutes was a complete train wreck. They had some silver linings, they had some decent moments, but not enough to stop this avalanche that is Homeboys.
They thought it would be a good idea. Give Zorn chip, grab Minotaur, grab Carmilla, give all the counter-engaged teamfight tools that you can get. But the homeboys just play so differently when they have this hero to enable them, upping the tempo to make sure that they disconnect the fight even within the ranks of RSGMY.
Yeah, with a draft that is so cooldown reliant, such as RSGMY, the moment those big cooldowns come out, you can see homeboys disperse and then re-engage. Really felt like they played the intended draft of RSGMY slightly better.
Well, to be honest, I feel like it was a game that homeboys just understood the assignment, right? The way to deal with the low E is to make sure that low E is never in position to divergent in on the fight. You can see every single time homeboys somehow starts a fight, they always focus on their Zanami, and if it's too low, it means that the next 10 to 15 seconds is the best time to strike, and every single time that happens, homeboys takes it.
Yeah, they definitely took that opportunity. I think that last Lord fight, right? You saw a bit of disconnect from the side of RSG.
Yeah, the approach was not the best, right? Because, like Terrence mentioned, Loyi wants some space. They want the Minotaur and the Carmilla to be setting up the front line so that they can pelt them with the yin-yang reactions from the back. But homeboys read that strategy, they invaded the back line and didn't let it happen.
And backstage MVP, Game 1, of course, is Chibi. Basically, just the gap, right? Chibi and Venogo, we kind of preempted about this, how these junglers are going to pan out. Mirko, this Game 1, to walk me through the jungler matchups.
Chibi was the one